Hello children, how are you all? Fine? So, enjoyed all these days? Did not get any social studies material? No videos? Are you reading the books and all? The PDF which I gave you, PDF book, and doing the exercises, improving your handwriting, all these things are you doing? I'm sure you're doing, and please do, because this period is a very nice time for you to improve all the things what you have, whatever flaws, whatever problems you're having, you can solve them during this period. Followed? So, the previous lesson you have seen, have you done the exercises? And I'm sure you are going to do well in the present exercise also, which I'm going to, the lesson which I'm going to take up now, the new lesson, very interesting lesson. You are going to do very well in this. You are going to watch the video very nicely. Followed? And in the month of August, first week of August, you are going to have your unit test. So start preparing yourselves from now only, and whatever I have taught up till now, you will learn all those things. Objective questions only will come. So that's why prepare yourself from now. Whatever lessons you have already got from third lesson, first and second lesson already has come. So from third lesson, we will start what? The unit test, third, fourth, fifth. Alright, I will give you everything, the portion and all in your WhatsApp, and plus you will get it in Never Skip also. Understood? So now all of y'all, you see, we are going to read something about those people who were living many years ago. Followed? They were living many years ago. We have not seen them. We have only seen them in pictures. So, the early man, this lesson 5, the early man, we are going to take up in this part. In 2 parts, I am going to prepare the lesson. First part, I will just show you the screen and you will be able to see and understand everything. You have to do lots of reading. Until and unless you don't do reading, you won't be able to do your work, because everything you have to do on your own now. Teachers are not there to make you do things and force you to do the things. So it's up to you how you are going to study. I've come to know that many children don't see the videos, only the parents are seeing the videos, and parents are doing the exercises and all. This is very wrong thing. You have to see the video, you have to understand things. When school starts, then how you are going to cope with all the big burden which will be on you. So that's why all of you take interest in your studies from now only, so that you don't have, things are not piled up and you don't have to work so hard afterwards. Followed? So in this lesson, we are going to study about whom? About the people who lived many years ago. How they lived. Today, what all things we are having, they did not have any of these things. Followed? No vehicles, no house, no clothes. They lived like that only. Food also, they had to hunt. They had to go from one place to another in order to get food and water for themselves. Followed? So, you just think about that period when man lived in that age. Followed? The early man, when he lived in that age. If we had to live like this now without things, then how we would manage? Think about it. And also you see now this lockdown period and all was going on. So many problems were coming in front of us. And how we got so troubled and so much problems came and we did not know how to cope with all such situations. But still we managed. Same way, early man, whatever little sources he had, he managed. So managing things on our own, at our own level is very important. So now I will take you to the screen. Let's go to the screen and see what all things early man did right from the beginning till he discovered fire. So this much I am going to explain to you, and then I will take up the next part and explain other things about early man. So over to the screen now, and be good, be nice to everyone. Followed? Bye bye. Now for the timing, we will go to the screen now and you will see what all things I am going to show you. So children, see the screen. We are going to take up this topic. Lesson 5, the early man. So welcome to the lesson. We are going to read about early human. We are human beings, all of us, isn't it? And many years ago, man came on this earth, but in those days, man was not like us. He was very different. Followed? And all about man of those days we are going to see in this lesson. No one has seen that early man. We have only seen early man in the pictures, in different pictures what we see in books, in television. If any program comes on them, then only we are able to see how they look like. Followed? So right from the beginning, I will just explain to you evolution of man. Means today what man looks like, he was not at all in the beginning like how we are. Followed? You see, man, if you say that these are the different changes which took place after first man came as an ape, and then slowly changes came in him, and this is how the changes kept on taking place. You see, kept on taking place, and this is how now the present human being looks like, we all. So gradual development from being an ape to being a human. It took slowly, long years ago. If you see, man was not a man, not a human being. He was an ape, an animal. Gorilla, you have seen, no? Gorilla. Have you seen that ape? Like a monkey. And slowly he took the shape of a human being. According to scientists, human-like features lived about 4 million years ago. 4 million years ago, like human being, this ape was. And they also told early humans evolved from apes. They came as apes and slowly they changed into human beings. Understood? So this is the story of early man, and early man looked so different. You will see in this lesson how he lived and what type of life he had. Followed? So in this lesson we are going to see important points in the lesson. See, important points in the lesson are the number 1, life of early man as hunter, his tools, use of tools, then discovery of fire, use of fire, and a food producer, early settlements, and change in his life. How change came in his life. So we will take up in the part 1 till use of fire. Followed? Life of early man as a hunter. When early man lived on this earth, he did not have all the facilities like how we are having. Early man did not know anything. Followed? He did not have idea about time. What is 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock? Nothing. He kept no record of birthdays or holidays. Whenever man was born, nobody was there to keep a record that which date he was born, because there was no date, no year for them. Everything was same. Followed? So that's why there was no record of his birthday or what is a holiday, Sunday is a holiday or any festival holiday. He did not know anything like this. He did not know about weeks or even years. What weeks are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He did not know all these things. He did not know about the years. He did not know the months. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. He did not know all these things. But he kept a track of seasons. You see, he understood that because every year season used to change. So he understood that now this is happening after few after few days. He did not know days and months and all, but he knew that it will take place for quite some time, this type of weather or season, and then it will change. So when he knew that it would change, he knew that spring followed winter. Means spring came after winter. Winter season, he knew it is very cold now. After some time, it will start becoming little warmer and nice and pleasant. And he kept knowing about this because it kept on happening every year. So that's why he kept a track of seasons and he understood these things. Ancient man moved from place to place in search of water, food, shelter. He needed water for drinking, then he needed food to eat, and he needed shelter to hide. So in search of such things, because he did not have a house, so he had to live under the trees, on top of the trees, or somewhere to protect himself from cold and rain and all. He lived in such type of shelter like caves. Followed? He ate flesh of animals, fruits, this type of fruits were there, nuts, such type of nuts. He did not know the names of all these things, but he ate because he felt that when he ate this, he was no more hungry. Then he ate some leaves also, and then stems and roots also he ate of some of the trees. So he did not know to cook, but he ate everything raw. Means kacha, not like how we are cooking our food and eating, not like that. Followed? Early man ate roots and fruits of plants and trees. See the fruits he is plucking, and these are the roots and stem and leaves and all which he got from the jungle. He lived in the jungle. He did not have any colony or city or something like that. He lived in the jungle. He also caught fish and smaller animals. See, he knew that some of these things can make him eat and his hunger would go. Followed? to fill his stomach. He caught this small fish and all, and he ate the flesh raw. He could not cook. He did not know what cooking is. Followed? Early man was scared of bigger animals, so he hid himself. Very big animals were there living, so he was very scared of those animals, so he hid himself. Followed? How we hide ourselves when we don't want somebody to catch us. No, we hide ourselves. Same way, animals and all were there, big animals. So he was very scared, very afraid. So he hid himself behind the rocks or trees. You see, these are the rocks, and behind some trees he used to hide when he saw the big animals. Early man climbed up trees to protect himself from wild animals. This is how he got on the trees. But he couldn't stay for long on the tree. How long he's going to stay on the tree? He needed to come down, no? So he was very afraid to come down also. When he saw that the animals went away, then only he came down. He did not have any weapons to protect himself from wild animals. So he had to run away. Whenever he saw the wild animals coming behind him, he had to run away. Man started thinking of killing wild animals, but how? Now he thought, I should kill these wild animals, but he didn't know how. He now felt the need of weapons, like how we have today in modern age. We have got weapons, no, like guns and all. If policemen and soldiers who are protecting us, they use all these to protect us, no? So early man did not have such type of weapons. He thought that now I should kill these animals. He now felt the need of weapons. So how to make the weapons? He thought of that. In the beginning, man used stones to kill animals. You see, he's throwing this stone, big stones he caught, and he threw it on these animals to protect himself. Man used stones to protect himself, but still he was not safe, because these animals, if there are many stones, then only he has to pick up the stone. He needs time to pick up the stone also, no? When he's picking up the stone, the animal can attack him. So he was not safe. He shaped the stones to make tools, and now he took stones in his hands and 2 stones, and he hit one stone with another stone for shaping them. To give shape to the stone, with another stone he gave shape. See, with this stone he shaped this and made it little pointed. Understood? Early man started making tools, and then he started making more tools in order to keep himself safe, and for many other purpose he needed some tools. So he started making tools. He improved his tools by giving it shape and polish. Now he started giving his tools some shape, and he polished the stones also and made it nice to look at. So he made tools like big needles. You see, these are needles. Followed? Then arrowheads. These are arrowheads. You say tir, no? So this pointed portion he had to fix it with some stick, long stick. And then fish hooks. These are fish hooks to catch fish. Followed? Man started using tools made of bones and ivory. Bones, all the dead animals and all their bones are remaining in the jungle. So he tried to give those bones also some shape, and this is how he used ivory also. Now you see, this is ivory. Ivory is what? You've seen elephants. Elephants have what? Long tooth teeth, no? Curved ones, white color. That is known as tusk. So you see, when man, he saw elephants dead, so he took out those tusks and he used these tusks as what? Making tools, and this is called ivory tools. Man used these for digging roots. Now see, such tools he made, hook sort of tools, you see, like this sharp edged tools, and he used to dig out, for digging roots. Followed? To dig out the roots, he used such type of tools. He made stone tools and then the spear. First he made the stone tools and then he made a spear. This is called a spear. A long stick, he joined it with a pointed stone piece which he gave shape and tied it with nice, he did not have any rope and all, but he tied it with the different types of plants which were very strong ones along you have seen creepers and all, no? So such type of plants he used to tie the spearhead. Man made a spear. It was his most useful tool. After making the spear, he found that this is his best tool. The reason you will see why. Man used the spear for fishing. See, to catch fish. This is the fish. He caught this fish with this spear. Followed? Then, man's most important tool was spear, and he threw it from a distance to kill animal. You see, earlier he could not kill animals, he could not protect himself, but now he was able to protect himself. Followed? Man used weapons like spears, bows. You see, these are bows and arrows. Bow and arrow. Tir kaman, which you say, no? For what he used? For hunting. Followed? So hunting became an easier task with these tools. Now his work which he needed to kill the animals, it became very easy. This task, this work became very easy with these tools. Followed? Now came what? Fire. Fire was the biggest discovery of the ancient man. He learned to make fire. You see, he learned to make fire. First he did not know what fire is, but he saw the jungles caught on fire. Sometimes on their own they catch on fire, no, the jungles. So when he saw that fire and he saw the animals and all running away from fire, so he felt that this fire is something useful. So that's why when he was making his tools, stone tools, then he used to hit one stone with another stone. Followed? And sparks used to come out like fire, spark, no, flame used to come out, and he saw those sparks. If dry grass lying there, it caught on fire. Then he understood that if he rubbed two stones together, he could make fire, and this is how he rubbed two stones together to make fire. Followed? The fire was very useful. It gave him warmth, saved him from cold. It kept him warm in the winters, very cold time. Then he was saved. Followed? Because he now knew to light the fire, and that's why he lit the fire in the winters and kept himself warm. Understood? He started cooking his food to make it soft and tasty. He had seen in the jungle that animals, when they died, then he got roasted in the fire. The animals got roasted in the fire. When he tasted that meat, he felt it was softer and tastier than the raw ones which he was eating earlier. And some vegetables also which were there, he tasted that which got roasted in the fire. When he tasted, he felt that after cooking in the fire, food becomes soft and tasty. So from that time he started cooking his food in the fire. Fire lit up his dark cave at night. You see, first he was living in darkness inside his cave. This is a cave. Followed? But then slowly, when he knew to make fire, then he lit fire inside his cave and it became bright. We are using bulbs and tube lights and all, no, to make our house nice and bright in the night time. Same way early man needed, because it was very dark. So he thought how to make his cave lit up. So he put this fire in his cave. Followed? Fire protected him from wild animals. You see, he was first very scared of wild animals, and he saw that when jungle gets on fire, then that time these wild animals, they run away. So he lit the fire in front of his cave, and this is how he protected himself from wild animals. I hope you have understood this part, children, and I know that this is very interesting lesson for you. You must have enjoyed it. So you read the lesson. When you get the books also, you can read it. You keep on reading, and you will be able to understand. If you see the video also, you will be able to understand what I have explained. So till the fire part I told you, I will explain, and the next part I will take up in part 2. So I hope you will be able to do your work properly, to read properly, to understand properly. And this is what I want to tell you, that any lesson is not difficult if you take interest. So take interest. Thank you. And this is the end of part 1. We'll be back soon with part 2. So bye. Have a nice time. Enjoy your days that you are having nowadays at home, more with your parents. So enjoy with them, be good to them, and also maintain some safety measures, because time is not good now, but one day we will win over this type of bad time, and good times will come back again. So have a nice time, all of you. Be cheerful, be happy, and enjoy a lot. Study also. Followed? So bye bye.